try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, bad, it gets a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move in zone. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move in zone. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me bow. As soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them out, talking my talk, walking my walk like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit it. With a stiff arm, spin move in zone. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move in zone. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip as a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the heel. With a stiff arm, spin move in zone. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Atlanta Falcons. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
For the running back.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Washington.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
The ball carrier.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Washington 0. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Haskins pass.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
A gain of 15. First down, Washington.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action with Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Down Washington.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And he's able to put it through.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Dancing to his left. Caught. Left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Now back to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 44, Haskins. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Washington.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a throw here to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young able to get him for a loss of about 3.
18-yard line.
they'll look to throw here. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First and 10.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for Hayden.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And this defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
4th down.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage?
They got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
A 41-yard gain.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Now they try the right side here. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
out of the shotgun. Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Or two able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Haskins. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Washington.
They go play action now. Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Haskins. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
For the Falcons.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Haskins. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Haskins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Haskins. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Falcons take over.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Going to give this time to the tailback. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Fourth down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Past the 20.
Ooh, he's running.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Come on, let's get him.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
This is Washington 17. Falcons 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Gurley again here on first down. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd down and 3. They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
He was brought down by Malik Harrison. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and...
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
57 is the mark. 57 is the mark. Let's go. 57 is the mark. Watch 57. Yep. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
And 15 yards to go.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. First throw of overtime for Haskins. And he fires one incomplete. And now 3rd and very long. Are you cautious here?
I think you have to be, because the first mantra of any football game is don't lose it. Then you give yourself a chance to win it. And if you go ahead and force something now, take a big shot that doesn't pay off, you didn't help your defense out at all.
Yeah, especially here in overtime. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
49-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now a handoff looking right. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession. Than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down.
And again this time to the tailback. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Another carry for the
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second down and 7. Now they try the right side here. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Here's Haskins to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Fourth down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
54, check, check, 54, 54. Check, 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 check. Check, 54.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And it is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining.
At the 36-yard line.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. This to win it in overtime.
53-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is